Okay, if you're ready, then just start from the beginning and talk about how you got into veganism and when you started, and just go from there. Yeah?
Okay,
Okay.
so my name is Marina. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Brazil. I started being vegan. I was vegan between July 2017 until July 2018, last month. So how it started? Well, I never liked veganism before 2017. I always think that that's kind of idiot, stupid. You're gonna to go against your nature and start eating all these fruits and vegetables and forget about meat and protein. I always think that was crazy. I never wanted to be a vegan. But I have I have eczema. I have this all my life, and it runs in my family. My sister has it, my father, my grandparents. And in Brazil, we treat eczema in kind of the doctors do this. You you go to them and they say, oh, here is some steroid cream. Use it forever,
Yeah.
and send you away. They have like permission to prescribe a medication forever, non-stop. So it's not periods of treatment. They just send you home with the steroid cream forever. And they don't always work. I went to like 9 different doctors in the last 5 years and used all kinds of products and they didn't work with me. So uh, that being said, I had this really terrible eczema back in January 2017. It was like horrible. And my YouTube channel was showing me these suggestions of vegan YouTubers, you know? I don't know why, because I never researched this, but it was popping on my screen. And one of them was Rob Stewart. I don't know if you know him,
Yeah.
channel. He is like cure your eczema with by eating whole food diets and going vegan and water fasting. That shit, like do this and you're going to be fine for the rest of your life. So I remember I clicked in one of these videos that he has where he shows some before and after pictures, and everyone was looking fine, They was vegan. They had become vegan and was getting better. The eczema was vanishing. So I thought, well, I should try this because perhaps it can solve it, my problem. So that's when I decided that I was going to try. But I went to a nutritionist before I do this because I don't believe, I didn't believe that veganism was healthy. Now I'm sure there is not. Back that time, I didn't believe that was good. So I went to this nutritionist and he said, well, you can be okay on a vegan diet, but you will have to take some pills, some supplements to go through with this. So then he prescribed me this. There is vitamin B12.
Mm.
He said you should take one of these a day and take a lot of sun because of the vitamin D. And if you want to, you should take also zinc, magnesium, and yeah, I believe that's it. Zinc and magnesium pills also. But I didn't buy them back then. I just took this vitamin B12. So I became vegan from one day to another, like straight vegan, and I always ate meat like every other Brazilian folk. We eat a lot of meat. My country is like the meat country. We almost don't have factory farming here. It's mostly these huge farms with grass-fed beef. You know, it's like so important for us as our barbecues. It's quite different. They are quite different from American barbecues. In America, you guys have burgers and hot dogs. Here we have just giant pieces of steak, almost raw cooked, and that's how we like it.
Mm.
And here we also ate a lot of chicken heart. I don't think any other country eats chicken heart, just here. And livers and other organs is completely normal to us, you know. So that was quite hard for me because I had to quit all of that good stuff and start eating these shitty plants. But okay, so I never followed any specific vegan diet, you know, because they didn't make a lot of sense to me, honestly. For example, raw vegan. Vegan food is not quite appealing, and you're gonna eat it raw, everything. Like that didn't think that I could go through with that for a long time. So never was raw vegan. Fruitarianism was even more absurd to me, you know, because I think, like, I don't know a lot about nutrition. I'm a math teacher. I'm not a nutritionist, but fruits contain a high amount of sugar, right? It's like common sense. Everyone knows this. And these guys are only eating fruits all day. So I also didn't go with this because I was worried about protein. You know, I didn't think that if I eat 10 bananas in the morning, a huge smoothie, they're going to give me the protein I needed. So I ate a variety of foods as long as they were vegan. And I ate rice, beans, legumes, green leaves, 3 to 4, maximum 4 fruits a day. Some nuts, some peanut butter, which I believe made my eczema go worse because I don't know, all this peanuts, this stuff only make it worse. And whole wheat bread, that was like the stuff I was eating. Also, I don't know if you have this elsewhere, but here we have this stuff that is like protein.
Uh-huh.
You see, texturized soy protein. We have it in a lot of different sizes. This is the small size, you know, and there's like the larger ones. And it is common here that once you go vegetarian or vegan, you start eating this almost every day, in like 2, 3 times a day. It's like for replacing the protein, you know?
Mm.
But men don't eat this because of the phytoestrogens. It's not, mostly women eat this a lot. It tastes like a nightmare, you know? It's horrible. So, but you basically put hot water on it and it goes smooshy and soft, and then you squeeze it for the remaining water to go, and you, if you want to put spices on it, you can put whatever you want, it's still gonna taste bad. And we have this. So I ate that for quite some time and ate what I told you then, and that was okay for a while. You know, I wasn't noticing my eczema getting better, and but I also wasn't getting sick anymore. You know, there was like 6 months ish where I was not getting sick, never. And I think like that should be nice. You know, that probably I'm doing something right. But now I believe that can be my immune system shutting down for a while, you know? I think that could be it.
Mm.
So, but then my eczema was not getting better. It was already 6 months through it and not getting better. So I continued to watch some vegan YouTubers, you know, Ellen Fisher, Rob Stewart, Raw Vegan Christina. I didn't watch a lot because I kind of didn't like the raw food, you know. So But then I see these videos from Rob Stewart in which he said, "Oh, you're not getting better. You need to water fast." You know, and I remember thinking that there actually are people who go through with this. This is nonsense. You go like 4 straight days only drinking water. You're going to die, you know. Or your hormone levels. How are they going to get, you know? I don't know. These people survive. They're okay. So he does it. But I remember I tried water fasting like 2 days. And but the by the end of the first day I was like feeling horrible, extremely dizzy, and my stomach was in extreme pain, and all this water I was taking was like making me feel like shit, you know.
Mm.
So I thought I don't believe I will water fast this. Never. I don't want to do this again. This is terrible. This is, you know, crazy shit. So I watched a lot of the vegan uh, films that they're making. This Forks Over Knives, Conspiracy, What the Health. And also I never really agree with a lot of the stuff that they tell them in these documentaries. You know, for example, there's What the Health that says if you eat one egg a day, it's like the same that if you had smoking night cigarettes. This is stupid, you know? These people actually believe this. What is the science behind this? Or it's like too extreme, you know? So I was like 7 months, 8 months into veganism and still hoping to get my eczema better. And but I was not a vegan. I was not a vegan activist, you know. Veganism is so unpopular here in Brazil. You wouldn't know. It's like people don't even know what it is.
Mm.
You tell them, "Oh, I'm a vegan." It's like, what? What is vegan? It's like vegetarian. But not even vegetarianism is well understood here. You know, like most people think that vegetarians eat fish, so they are like confused about this new vegan stuff. So it's like not even if there is, I don't know, 40,000 people in Brazil that are vegan, is like tops, you know, maximum 40,000.
Mm.
So I was not a vegan activist because it's not even strong here, and I didn't want to tell people go vegan because I didn't know if that was going to be good for me yet, you know. I was only experiencing, only experimenting. So I continued with this. My eczema was not getting better, and but then I started to feel terrible. You know, like the last month or so. First, when you go vegan, I don't know if you experienced this, but you're always hungry.
Yeah.
We are always hungry. How can you work and go through your day and do your stuff when you're always hungry? You're always thinking about food, you know? And I was always hungry, and I was starting to get tired of being hungry all the time. I was like feeling weak, and my mind was foggy. I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. And I think I became addicted to sugar somehow. You know, I always wanted the sweet vegan stuff, like sweetened peanut butter and acai. You have acai there. It's like an ice cream stuff, but without the milk. Okay, so acai and peanut butter with sugar. I was drinking lots of coffee with a lot of sugar. Just to go through with my day, you know. I was like always hungry and always tired, and I believe that I became this. Uh, I developed this sugar addiction throughout the time. So, but I still persisted with this. You know, I believe we don't think. not think straight when you're vegan, honestly. It's like your mind goes to another state. You're not feeling yourself. So I don't know why I stick with this for a whole year. I could have quit this a long time ago. But I stayed vegan and hoping to get my eczema better. I remember I just have decided I will go 1 year vegan only. If that does not work, then I'm quitting, you know. But then I started to get a lot of my health started to get a lot worse. First, it was the constant hunger and feeling kind of nauseated. But then I started to get my skin all yellow, like a Simpsons character. Really yellow, and kind of almost orange around my face. And I know that's not a good sign. I know that means something is wrong with you. So, and then after that, I start to have this horrible stomach pain and these cramps, horrible, horrible cramps, all month. So I was thinking, I should accept that supplement now, the one that the nutritionist wanted to give me at first. But I hate taking supplements. I don't like taking medication. I don't like taking supplements. I don't think they are natural. It's against my beliefs. And that was kind of getting into me. It was like, I need to take the supplements. How can this be? They vegans say that we don't have B12 because B12 was on the dirt that we ate with the fruits and the vegetables long time ago, and now we have to take the supplement, you know. But
That's a
that was,
religious belief. They have
yeah,
zero proof for it. It's nonsense.
I always thought that was stupid. Like, what kind of history is this? Because humans evolved through history, being carnivores, right? We don't have like we don't eat like lettuce and got here. But then I was resisting to take these supplements, and I I remember I am going to a gym now, and I was not getting my muscle mass improved, you know. And I remember the professor at the gym talked to me like, Marina, are you eating enough chicken and beef? Because you're not building muscle mass. You are losing weight but not building muscle mass. And I was like, oh shit, man, I'm not getting enough protein. I knew it. They say that if you eat enough calories, you're logically getting enough protein, right? But I don't believe this. I was like a vegan, but I didn't believe any of the veganism thinking. But so then it became worse. I was having even worse and worse symptoms. My period was getting late, and I taking longer and longer to come, and was lasting like 1 or 2 days only. And that I know that's not how my body works, so something was wrong. My skin was like yellowish. By the time, I'm not even completely normal right now. I'm still kind of odd. My skin tone is still kind of odd. And I was feeling like shit. I couldn't concentrate. I was completely angry all the time. I started to hate people in general. you know I From your other interviews, I see that people mostly have this, like this hateful for humanity, but not because they are not vegan, but you're just angry and nervous and confused all the time. So my hair also, I have lots of hair, as you can see. my hair is like really thick, but some parts of it became to they get really thin, you know, like here it starts to break and gets weird, and it was like missing some pieces. And that's when I know now I am a hundred percent sure that I am some vitamin deficiency, you know, that I had some vitamin deficiency. So, and in Brazil we don't have a lot of vegan foods and vegan places to go, you know, like we have steakhouses and burgers and oh, it's like meat everywhere. You would love here, you and your girlfriend.
I've been
If
to
you
a
ever,
Brazilian steakhouse. Yeah, it's great.
yeah. And when I go out, I never had anything to eat, you know, just like fries, and that is not healthy, you know. And so I feel like this terrible state all the time, all these pains and this skin tone that was odd, and I still didn't want to go to a doctor because I don't like going to doctors, but that's me, you know. And I stick with this for a life. And then I got to the point where I was craving stuff. You know, like the last couple of months, I was like craving beef. And I wanted to eat beef raw, you know, bleeding. And I never have ate raw meat before, so I started to have these cravings. It was like I wanted to drink blood, you know,
Yeah.
straight from the vein if possible, because I was feeling so bad. I don't know, probably anemia. I probably had this. I don't know. And I wanted to drink blood, and I wanted to eat these raw steaks, and I was missing all of the food, you know, that I grow up eating it. And then it became quite hard to go through with this diet
Mm.
because but I consider myself like a persistent person, you know. So I still think, no, I'm going to stick with this for a year to make sure that I try it, and that didn't help my eczema. Okay, so, but then, like the last month, my eczema got extremely worse, you know, extremely. I had it on my hands and a little bit on in this part of my arm. It was like pop, just showing up in different places, and I was feeling terrible. Also started having this acne. I never had acne before. And then I was like, man, I can't believe I'm gonna have acne now. I'm like 24, now I'm gonna have acne. And so these vegan YouTubers, they have an explanation for everything, you know? Like, no, this is your body cleansing itself. You know, this acne is completely normal. Oh, your skin is kind of yellow. There's even a video, I hope you see this. Oh god, it's from Mick the Vegan. When he says that yellow skin is more attractive. Have you seen this shit?
Wow.
Oh, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Watch it. It's great. And look at this guy's thought process. He says, when you go vegan, your skin gets a little bit more yellow, but scientifically, that's more attractive to people. You know? It's like, where did he get this from? So, everything that I was experiencing, they had explanations, you know? Like, oh, your period is going, is lasting less days. No problem, because it probably will go away. And that will be good, because periods, menstruation is not normal. And I was like, what? Menstruation is not normal. How are we going to have kids in the future, you know? But they have this crazy explanation. And I remember I was quite mad at Rob Stewart at that point, like, damn, the guy said that I was going to be okay, and I tried this. But then he goes like, oh, I have receiving a lot of message from people that haven't getting any better. But don't worry, it's because you're not water fasting. It's like, ah, man, I can't take this anymore. So I was at college last month, and I went to this restaurant where they had they have a vegan option in my college because there are a lot of vegan people there, and steak. So it was like this horrible carrot stuff or a giant pieces of steak that is almost rare. And I was like, I'm going to eat that steak today. I'm done with this. Enough is enough. I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling horrible. So I ate it, and I was like, ugh, the best feeling ever. And I was like so full, I couldn't even eat anything around the steak. I only ate the steak, and I feel like awesome. And from then on, I am anti-vegan now.
Mm.
All the time when I see some vegan people in college, and they ask me something about, oh, how are you doing, because they know that I was vegan. I say, I'm doing better because I'm not vegan anymore. You shouldn't do this stuff. You're going to die. And the,
What do they say then? Do they get mad?
they get really mad,
Yeah.
you know. But I understand. They are hungry. That's why they're always mad.
Did you have any
And,
contact with other vegans when you were vegan?
well, actually, I didn't met a lot of vegan people because they are like extremely rare
Yeah.
here. But in college, I met a few, like six or seven people, and because I live in a capital, so there's like more vegan people. And there was this vegan farmers market kind of that I went to once and completely hated it. I hate this that it's like they have like a lot of conviction on veganism, but I feel like most vegans don't respect other ways of living. I was never that kind of vegan. I never say go vegan with me. No, come on, join this vegan vote. No, I didn't know if that was going to be good for me, so I didn't want to make other people go through with this. You know, but all the vegan people that I met, I didn't like because they were very radical. They were even quite mad at me when I was a vegan because I wasn't a vegan activist. They have this here in Brazil. They have this times of the year where they organize these manifestations. Like, oh, let's go to a steakhouse and scream at people saying meat is murder, and you know, and they go like some women go naked, and like it's like a crazy event. So everyone that was vegan that I met, I didn't like. I was not feeling like I belong, amongst these people. I didn't have the same thought process that they had. So I was like an outsider,
Mm.
and that was that was it. I quit this stuff.
What do you think is the future of veganism? What's going to happen?
Well, actually, when I was at college in my last semester, I had to do this research. Create a math model for something, anything. And I actually, since I was a vegan, I created a math model that to predict how many vegans are going to be in Brazil in the next years.
Mm.
and sadly, a lot. So I believe veganism is going to grow, mostly in America, Canada, the places where there are more, where there is more, I don't know, propaganda but here in Brazil it's going to grow like 250% a year. That was like my math model. That was like my estimate. So I'm sad to hear this because I didn't wish anyone to go through with this, you know? Like, it's terrible.
Don't you think that people are gonna wake up if they get sick?
I hope so. But actually, from the vegan people that I've met, they look sick, but they don't realize it, you know?
Yeah.
What other they are like extremely skinny or extremely fat because I actually gained weight while on the vegan diet because all the sugar that I was eating, and I was not even eating all that fruits, you know. But they look sick. Their skin is kind of yellow. They have these wrinkles on the corner of their eyes, and they are young, you know, like 20, 25. So they look old. They look sick. They have this confused minds, and I don't know if they are even seeing that they are getting sick, you know.
Mm.
I believe they are going to realize it kind of too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add? Any experience? Anything you want to say to vegans who are watching?
Sure, to all the vegans that are watching, um, seek some information from elsewhere. You know, not only the vegan documentaries, the the vegan YouTube channels. Seek information elsewhere. You know, because it's not all true. You know, and that we can't deny that all this knowledge that we had before this veganism wave strike, it's wrong because it's not. You know, scientists have proven that meat is good for us. So try to listen to reason. And if you can, and if you became an ex-vegan, try to talk people out of being vegan before they get too sick, before they raise their kids vegan, and spread this nonsense.
Mm. Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Is that it?
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.